Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest bird in the land. Welcome back to Matic. What is going on, legends? Thank you so much for commenting, liking, and subscribing. It's the versatile blur in the building today. In today's new video, woo, it's a good one. And this is pertaining to Ice Cube. And Ice Cube and Warner Brothers are not on the same page. And let's talk about why they're not on the same page. So apparently, Ice Cube had two failed scripts. I talked about this before in a previous video, and I'll leave that down in the link. The issue, pretty much, he doesn't own the rights to the actual franchise, which is a bit shocking. I was like, wow. But also, Ice Cube has mentioned that on the Hot Box, Mike Tyson's podcast, that he refuses to pay for the rights for his own creativity. Now, I'm not knocking it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I understand you the one that came up with this successful film. And, you know, it's kind of messed up. Like, why would you want to pay for your own creativity? And Warner Brothers ain't the ones that came up with it. They're just a company that owns the rights to this franchise. Definitely understandable. He also mentions in that interview that, you know, it's a weird place for Warner Brothers. Now, you know what? I see where he's coming from with this, because now they have a whole new CEO, new ownership for Warner Brothers. And maybe he sees kind of like the things that's going on within the company, with this whole new merger with Discovery buying, pretty much the CEO of Discovery buying Warner Brothers and DC. So he might see some of the things that we're unaware of within that company. And I think, you know, this is my thing with Ice Cube. I get that you want to get this 4th Friday film out. And I mean, you had two failed scripts. I think Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't think the scripts are strong enough. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. They say, yo, you talking about putting out a 4th Friday movie called Last Friday. You know, the first script got rejected. The second one got rejected. And I think Ice Cube either can do these two things. Let me talk about the two things right now. The first one is the most logical, but it makes complete sense. What he should do is pretty much have a meeting with David Zaslav. Now, why do I say David Zaslav? Because he's the new owner of Warner Brothers and DC. Go talk to the company head. See if you guys can arrange a meeting to figure out why your two scripts did not work for their company. Now, that's the most obvious. Now, the second one, it's not such a bad idea either. Get someone else to kind of strengthen your script. Maybe the script may have not been something that they really wanted to see for a cinema. You know what I'm saying? The other thing that's interesting about this too, because I already talked about Warner Brothers owning the rights to Friday, the distribution rights is New Line Cinema. So Ice Cube's kind of not necessarily in a winning position, because your distribution is under Warner Brothers, and that's one of their companies. Now let's talk about Warner Brothers right now. With Warner Brothers, I honestly can say maybe Warner Brothers has lost hope for the franchise. Maybe they don't see any potential in a 4th Friday movie called Last Friday. I mean, two scripts and they didn't like it. That tells you that maybe they just not feeling the scripts. The other thing is with Warner Brothers, maybe they feel like this is not going to be a box office success. You know what I'm saying? To me, honestly, you know what I'm saying, Friday After Next wasn't that great to me. I'll be honest with you. I preferred the first two Fridays, the first Friday and this Friday. But I get it. Maybe they feel like it's not going to be something that's a box office seller, and maybe they're looking at numbers realistically. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think about this? Do you think Ice Cube is going to eventually give up trying to put out this for Friday movie? And the other thing is, isn't it surprising? Because I was like, what? Wow, I did not know that Warner Brothers owned the rights to Friday. Is that the most shocking thing ever? When it's his own creativity? And do you think Warner Brothers will give into one of his scripts? That's the other thing I want to talk about. That's the third thing. But this your boy Ill Blur. Matter guys, thanks for commenting, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing. It's a Blur living in the world, guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'm out. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Thank you so much, legend.